Magnus the Red, a sorcerer of immense power. His thirst for knowledge through the warp would lead to his fall from favor from our father, the Emperor of Mankind. I was tasked to dispatch my brother and his legion in what would be known as the Burning of Prospero.
Shut up and sit down.
Hey you scallywags! Today we're having a look at the giant one-eyed Crimson King, Primarch of the Thousand Suns, Magnus the Red, by Joytoy from their Warhammer Horus Heresy line. Taking a closer look at the top, at the tips, we can see his horns with a sort of wash bringing out some of those details, and the gold with those nice colours. Really striking, these little gem things, blue. Very different from any of the Primarchs we've seen before. This harder plastic on there. His lovely 80s hairdo with some shades in there. You see his eye and his lack of eye due to his thirst for knowledge. And it's very restrictive because of his hair. The tip bits are softer sort of plastic. Can move them around a bit. His head and neck are one piece like his brother Leman Russ. There's more detail there, like those colours and how they catch the light. This has to be the most colourful pauldron we've got from Warhammer. Head will just pop back in. There's a lot of line work on his chest. And the scarab here, mine's got a little bit of a paint blotch or scratch on there. I'm not sure, I might have to try and fix that. I love this design. His guns. He needs no guns, he's got his arms. Nice shade and wash. First bare arms perhaps? Oh, there's this little fleshy thing here. I thought there was a butterfly joint because of this thin flesh ring. Alas, no. Arm can go up about there. Same on this side, but beware of the pauldron. Twist, bicep, round, double bend at the elbow. This forearm guard is a separate piece, looking good. Even got rings. There. This is a softer plastic. Rings again. And underneath here we have the Book of Magnus. And this version has a logo of the Space Wolves. Perhaps something to do with the burning of Prospero. Nice detail. Book looks really good. Wish you could open it and had pages like on some Doom Mezco book. Chain there. Looking good though. Here, softer plastic like on the front bit. Another scarab there, leading to his cape, which is very nice. A load of scriptures there, and softer plastic as well. It's got the Egyptian design with a mix of Native American. These layered feathers. Almost looking metallic. Under here, not much. No power pack. Interesting. Can move at the upper torso there. You'll get more with the waists, and if you put them together, you can move around quite nicely. Very good range. His belt also sports a scarab. Some layered detail there. His little spikes are on a softer plastic, which will be good for articulation with the chest. Liking the metallic on the blue. The hieroglyphics there. This is not attached on the sides, which I assume is to allow more movement for the legs. Softer plastic as well. Side armoring could just move about quite easily to allow the legs to move. Thighs, some good detail line work. Horns on his knees, an eye there, and the sun on the left. Scarabs as well. And there for his shins, bit different for both. Underneath the same as Rogel Dawn and Lehman Russ. Some blue here as well at the back of the legs. Jean-Claude? Jean-Claude? What magic? Get him to do a better Jean-Claude with a little bit of warp magic. Twist at thigh. Up there with the use of the drop down hips. And back there. Not too shabby. Double bend at the knee. Gets you just over 90. The nice looking knee. Down, up the foot, left and right, pivot, and a toe. But because of the lack of forward butterfly joints that his Primate brothers have, Magnus won't be as posable with his arms as they are, but because of the design, the bare arms, guess you couldn't really get away with it. The other primates have got the huge shoulders to hide the ugly butterfly joints, so they could have maybe made different kind of butterfly joint for him, I suppose, but that'd be sort of more tooling and costs, etc. But he still can do some nice poses. His arm down there. His arms make him feel quite different. The legs are similar to other Primarchs. He has a lot of heights, but he can balance. You can also get him to kneel, but you have no choice but to use his horny knee. Kneeling before Zeech. Magnus doesn't come with a wealth of accessories, but he does have, out of the box, some fist hands, left and right. He also comes with a pair of relaxed or sorcery type hands, which do have some nice shading and paint, with also the rings that he has on the fists. He has this nice magic effect. Sort of just fit this on here. There's no sort of instructions with how to really put it on there, so you've got to find the way that suits you. There. Looks pretty good. I would have preferred it maybe transparent, I think. And this larger effects part, which is even more of a conundrum to put on his hand. This one, I'm not sure if it really fits on this hand or not. There. Like that. There you go. Maybe more like that. Yeah. Sort of holding it. There you go. So it works. He also has a pair of holding hands for double the fun solo time. Fingernails there too. And he has the Blade of An-Nanerta, which doesn't look as fancy as classic Arman's blade. You can very easily put this in his hand. It's nice and rubbery. Goes in very easily. Holds it very well. His hands are on a huge ball joint. They come off very nicely. This hand, you can pop it in very easily. Ready to do some alakazam. Just get him in another pose, holding his glaive up. that. Yeah, looks good. Ah, I told you, Daddy. I told you Horus would betray you. Let's get some effects on him. This one. So this, I think, works better on this hand. I should make it work before. Just like that. There you go. So although you can't really do too many dynamic poses, along with his effects parts, you can get him to do some really cool sorcery type poses with the effects. Really good. Just try the small one and put him in the obligatory hold up the effects part. Yes, I can cover this box. There you go. The upper half of Magnus feels quite different to the Primarchs, especially his arms. The lower part, very similar to what we've had before. He's a very large fella. We'll see that in the comparisons. Firstly, we have all the Primarchs in order of their release, from Warhammer 40k to Horus Heresy, with Magnus the Red being the tallest of them all. Magnus is so large he could actually fit in other larger scales. On the left there's a 1/12 scale Wolverine from CT Toys. On the right from McFarlane, which is more 7-inch, is Dark Tide Traitor Guard. More standard 1/18 scale from Joytoy on the left, Sister of Battle from Warhammer 40k, and on the right, Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And here he is with his 1,000 Suns, Isaac Arman, and the figures that Joytoy sent over. So if you're a fan of 1,000 Suns, then Magnus the Red is a no-brainer. In my opinion, he is the best figure out of the 1,000 Suns that I have anyway. And the arms here is weird, but they're really the stars of the show, his guns, because there's nothing like it out there at the moment, and Joytoy have done them really well. Look at that, it looks pretty bloody awesome. That's some buff. And yeah, moves really well. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you picking up Magnus the Red? Will you be getting any of the other 1,000 Suns? If you want to get your own, please click the link in my description for my affiliates and money off Joytoy products and all that. If you like this video, click the thumbs up. More content, subscribe. You will see more of the 1,000 Suns hopefully very soon. And I'll scale you later.